And then we turn the microphone on. And there we go. Here we are at the end of a Monday. So we've got that going for us. Look, I'm already getting the stretching early. Oh, look at that. I've got that. I'll go ahead and turn that off. We're not going to be using paint at the moment anyway, I don't think. There we go. Here. Anyway, welcome back to this art stream that we do at about this time of the week. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Well, I mostly stayed inside for mine. It's pretty dang old warm outside, so I mostly stayed inside. Didn't want to go outside. Because, heck to that noise, you know? Oh, that's the PNG file I opened up. There's the clip file. There we go. There's the clip file. This is what we can actually do stuff on. So, we're going to go ahead and leave the shading for now. Let's get to the big guy himself. Get all of his stuff going. So we've got flat colors and the shades. That's going to go in the flats. Go ahead and close that. We'll close up Sarah's. Alright. What else? Alright, let's see here. Ba. There's Ba. Close and the cosplay. Right. Just name these. That's not High School Valley. That's one too many E's. Luckily, Gore, he's less complicated just all around, so he's got that going for him. As always, we got Epidemic Sound going, so that's what we're listening to down the lower left-hand corner there. If you so enjoy the music, you can find these songs on Spotify. So there we go. And yeah, let's bump that up to 40 and we're just gonna start coloring in the big Cooper here. Just get that nice, just baseline green down. Now those are just fine. I'll come back later after that. There's a couple of details I gotta put on this shoulder, but I can do that in the coloring phase. Do that in the coloring phase B. Let's make this a little smaller. And just clean up as we go. Not really on center lines here, but there are some areas we can color in here. That. Looks a little slow. I'm going to try to fix that later on. Just gives everything a nice color to bounce off of when I go to color all that in now. Don't like that. Does that. I think a little bit of a grumpy Gus there at the moment. Take this pen. Post correction, let's turn that down. Actually, no, just turn it off. I'll just keep post correction off. So I don't think I really need that for this marker. So if anything, it's actually throwing me off a little bit. And I don't like that. It's doing things I don't want it to do. All you have to do is just type in that W, huh? And it's like, oh, you mean these weirdos? Well, here you go. And granted, and again, don't you just have us on that follow list, just right there on your dashboard? And Twitch does that, right? Yeah, that's how I'm able to get to the channel so quick. It's not like my top 5 on my follow list. Even though I really don't watch anything on Twitch, really. I used to watch the Monday Night Courtesy Flush, but well, here I am on Mondays now competing with them directly. As we go head to head, toe to toe, mano a mano, and they just kick my ass in the ratings, which is fine. And to be honest, they deserve to kick my ass in the ratings. Because that's Mecha and Mike Mondays over there on the Courtesy Flush. That's the wrong button. That's the right button. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do this one. Just like I said, we'll just clean up as we go. Coloring outside the lines is fine. As long as you can clean up after yourself, it's fine. And this down here, I might just use the fill tool. Things a little easier on myself. I mean, we've been swapped with Tex and Dep for about, what, like 2 months now, so I think my wonderful smart audience has either caught on by now or they're too dumb to realize that it's not Friday anymore. You know, one of the way, but I'm sure they're smart enough to have figured that out on their own. That Tex and Dep are now on Friday evenings instead of Monday evenings. Because this is the Art Lake stream on Mondays. true, the less attentive ones, but at the same time, I think they figured something was up when they didn't see, uh, just what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, Immaculate runnings of parks and unparalleled detective like skills and Metal Gear. I could bring back Metal Gear Mondays. I do have Twin Snakes on the GameCube. I could play that if we really want Metal Gear Mondays back. Listen, I don't offer any extended warranties on these streams because, well, let's be honest, if one of these streams breaks, you're not getting any kind of money back. Insurance does not want to cover us. We are a liability to the end. That was wrong. Push that again. There we go. Now, granted, that fill tool is very handy when you're just making like a nice blank, not necessarily a blank background, but a nothing background that you want to look interesting. Like here. Let's just go to the gray, and we'll just do the night sky. We'll just grab the bottom, drag up, and make it as straight as we can, and boop, there we go. Okay, so that's from the top down then. Darker on top, lighter on the bottom. Let's do it like that, or we got like a nice little rainbow thing here. The longer you stretch it, the more of that graduation you get. Because if we just make a little line, boop, that's like a TV set right there. That's actually just... Let me look at the stream real quick, how that looks. That is like straight up old ass CRT right there. Wow. Okay, that's pretty neat. Okay, I'm done screwing with your eyes now. I'm sorry. They got through enough to become psychological. Well, also they were also using an emulator, which is going to have its own share of problems anyway. Emulators are going to have their own share of issues if you don't have the proper specs and everything to use them. Not saying, I honestly have no idea what depth specs were, so I couldn't speak to that. But now you know why I don't emulate. You just get the hardware and figure it out from there. But that's just me. I like having that original hardware. That's why you won't see any emulation on my video game streams. Would you ever consider that maybe he was working through issues while ripping through those Soviets? that. Maybe that's just a little bit right here. Go. Oh, you could probably find places that would do their best to rejuvenate the older systems. Whoop, come on, give me that 12. There we go. Again, the reason I'm using the spray tool here is just kind of give the lighter scales just a more softer graduation into the darker scales. That's the wrong button there. You can see more of a natural blend instead of just like a hard cutoff. That would have been a little embarrassing. Yes, and also Buckwheat has been shot. For those of you who have not seen the footage, if you get that reference, good on you. Well, yeah, no, I've been SWAT with techs in depth for, like I say, a couple of months now. They will join you on Friday evenings at about this time. You can expect artistic attempts from me at this point. At this time of day. I just gotta look at something real quick here. Because there, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. And besides, they can check TV Guide. If they want to know who's on when. That's still up to date. You know, there's the TV Guide channel they can watch, which does that little slow little crawl to tell you what's on what channel and when. I trust our viewers; they're smart people, maybe. Yeah, I'm sure as heck not gonna tell them what they can and cannot know. Who am I, the government? No, far from it. 10? No, 10's a little too small. 15. I'll just, no, hang on. Let's go half. Try and go half and half here. Because again, we can always erase. How much of this is on the wrong layer? Just that. Okay, that's fine. No wonder it looked too good. Actually, no, let's go all the way back. Aha, right layer. 20. Threatening Vulcan Bajoran dishes. Well, I mean, have you done anything with Mempup Red yet? Start with that. Of course, it doesn't look as good as what I originally did. Besides, I'm sure if you just go to Quarks, you can find something just as equally as cursed. I don't like that. Let's go to soft erase. Let's redo this. I don't like how that looked. Down to just a little better, I think. Actually, I think that would help. That. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. I mean, those are going to be your best bets at sticking to those. Because there isn't a whole lot outside of basically some Klingon and Bajoran cuisine that's really mentioned in lore, and that's only because Deep Space Nine went into most of that. Well, it's because A, the Bajoran station, and B, the Klingon restaurant. A lot of the other Klingon stuff they just brought in and used. Bumped it down to 8 because these are just really tiny. Zoom out. Zoom in. A little bit of erasing you can do here. Just go ahead and do that. Whoop. Get that hard eraser on. Zoom. Zoom. That was fine. Just cover that up on this layer anyway. Oh yeah, that's obviously, again, beta canon, yeah, it's going to be a more expansive list, but, you know, are you trying just to stick to hard alpha canon, or obviously are you considering beta canon just because of how limiting alpha, A canon is? Yeah, it's a good thing it's a good thing Gore ain't so detailed comparatively. He's just a simple Grumpus. And luckily, I don't think it does have Scar though. Actually, let's try the effect pen. Not that bad, actually. I think I like that. It's got a couple of flaked off scales on that left shoulder there. And I mean, heck, jump onto Star Trek Online. They've got a bunch of just different consumable foods in that game you could just lift right off of and take a look at. Alright. Did I ever grab or save a picture of Godzilla? Let's take a look here. I probably did not. Yeah, I do not. Well, let me grab 90s Godzilla, because that's what kind of basing him off of, is that old 90s Godzilla. There we go. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Alright, 90s Godzilla. Let's here. Good. I don't want anything project Godzilla. If only I had a picture of that Godzilla we use. I think this was this one here? Yeah, it was this one right here, actually. Go ahead, open image in new tab. That's very small. It's a small image. SMOL. That's a bigger image. Let's open that image in new tab. I'm going to copy that. And you know what? Let me go ahead and turn on paint for you guys. I'm going to paste that here, expand the canvas. Reduce and cut real quick. I don't think it matters. Yeah, no, it really doesn't matter what screen I have it on. So there we go. Hi, Psyduck. How are you? He's a real ductor. First off, let's see what Magic Wand does. Magic Wand wants to get rid of like freaking everything. You know what? I'm inside. The AC is on. I'm doing all right. Yeah, that is. Whew, boy. What happens if I select that? Okay. Yeah, that is just. Again, that just wants to get rid of everything. So, it won't. Then again, that picture actually isn't all that amazingly lit. It's still a night shot. So let me go back and look. See if we can't get like a more. Something like that. Let's get that picture going. Was not bad either. You guys will see these in a couple of minutes here. You know, I have also got a comic somewhere. It's got a really good, it's got great Godzilla images that would be great for reference. Okay, grab that. Oh yeah, there's this. Copy that. Let's go ahead and put this one just right. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and actually crop to that image. It's got some good coloring here on the back. Copy that one. Let's go ahead and make new. I'm just gonna paste that one there. It's got some decent scale coloring I think we could use, which will be the color of the vest. So I got a couple ideas what I might want to do. So, actually what I should do now is close these down. You guys back up. Go. Put this back over here for be. References, go ahead and turn these off. But inside our reference folder, paste this image. And then we can copy this one and paste it over here. Call this head. We'll call this spines. Then capital P apparently. And I go ahead and turn that off. That's Gamera. He's friends with all the boys and girls. Gamera. By as interpreted by Sandy Frank. Sandy Frank. You know what? Here, you know what? Now you got me doing. That's in my head. I have to do a thing now. Excuse me a moment here. I will get this all set up for you soon. Let's see. Hang on, like this. Okay. Got that. Okay, it's catching that, but it's not going to catch this unless I properties. Yes. Okay. Cancel real quick. Hold this separate here. And all right. Let's go ahead. Properties. It's not visual because it's back behind there. Yes. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and sing the Sandy Frank song, everybody. We can just go ahead and pause our music here and. Oh, sorry, you can't hear us, fortune. Damn it. Sandy Frank. Yeah, anyway, Mr. Science Theater, Sandy Frank. And we just go and get rid of that now. Okay, put that back up. But yeah. Mr. Science Theater 3000, everybody. They've got a song for they have a reference for everything. They have a reference for everything, as we all know and love. Yes, Gamera is friend to all the boys and girls, but not the men and the women, because he just goes through those houses like no one's business and buildings. All right, so there we go. We got our colors there. Okay, as far as the shipping goes, I mean, it's actually already there more or less in Godzilla canon. You've got Godzilla, King of Monsters, and Mothra is usually referred to as the Queen of Monsters. So that ship does basically already exist within the Godzilla lore and Godzilla canon. So this is not really anything out of the ordinary, to be honest. Let's see. Let's turn this gray off, although we might actually end up using that gray. It's very similar to what we do have in the background, though. Again, it depends on which era of Godzilla you're looking at, but again, Godzilla is like not the savior of humanity, but more like the protector of Earth. and humanity just happens to be living there. Listen, you just don't fuck with Godzilla's planet. Let's put it that way. Don't fuck with his planet. It's like fucking with America's boats. It doesn't end well for anyone. I'll just get this gray here. We are gonna make it some flat. Yeah, we'll just make this a flat color here. It's flat gray. Then I think we'll try and speckle. We'll try a couple of things to try and get some, like a scaling effect going on here. As what we're going to be doing. But yeah, as far as Godzilla lore goes, like, you're basically your three heroes. You've got Godzilla, Mothra, and when they feel like using him, Rodan. Those are like the three uh, hero monsters in that universe. In the basic Japanese universe. Now, obviously, I mean, I'm sure she's still out. She'll be out and around, but you've got Godzilla, Mothra, and Kong in the new Warner Brothers legendary monster universe. You know, with the newer Godzilla films and King Kong films that have come out in the past few years. Even though Mothra did what Mothra does best in the first and only movie she's been in. But, I mean, that happens to her quite often, so, you know, I'm sure she's due for a reincarnation sometime soon. Okay, Gamera is his own series. You're probably thinking of Anguirus. He's not really featured or... Okay, he's not as popular as Rodan is, I'll say. You'll see Rodan more often than you'll see Anguirus referred to and used. But that's probably who you're thinking of there, Bully Snake. You're thinking of the turtle with like the spiked back and sounds like ear kind of noise, right? That's Anguirus, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Now, that's not to say that not everyone, you know, there are also other you know, giant monsters, Godzilla-like monsters out there. You've got Gamera, who's another Japanese one, a Japanese turtle. But then you also have the I think he was British or an English monster, but you've got damn it, it was the first movie for the Netflix Mission Science Theater. I'm now blanking on it. Wow. Yeah, Rodan is a pterodactyl type dude. Yeah. Hang on a second here. MST3K season 13, right? No, let's go season 11. Okay, yeah, season 11. Just get the episode list here real quick. KTMA, yada, season 11. Reptilicus, that's what it was. Reptilicus. That's like a, does the Guyver count as Japanese? I mean, are you talking about the one with Mark Hamill in it? Because, I mean, Guyver, I believe, was and is a Japanese property that was adapted for the U.S. audience. So I would say yes, it counts as Japanese because again, it's like, well, I guess it does follow like the Power Rangers argument. Are the Power Rangers Japanese? Technically, yes, because they are based off the Super Sentai. But at the same time, they did show Power Rangers as is in Japan, so it is also its own thing. So I guess if we're just talking about the um, um, brain farting. Oh, I'm having. Oh, that's going to be. Actually, you know what? Again, we can just erase. If we talk about the source material, Japanese, but the Guyver itself, probably American. Yeah, I saw it a while ago too, years ago. All right, let's try and get a decent color for the spines here. Even though they are very much more like a blue hint. So let's actually here. Let's see what happens if we swing around into the blues here. Aha. That, and then we go to our slider here, and we'll just put some blue in. Actually, you know what I think we'll do? Close layer. Let's go back and straight up grab that color again. Rotate it into the blue, as we did before. Right about there. What we'll do... Guyver, MacGyver, yeah. Oh, yeah, there is a huge feedback loop between the American and Japanese entertainment. I mean, if you think about it and know the history behind it, Transformers is technically an offshoot of G.I. Joe. Like, the original G.I. Joe, um, back before the Vietnam War, because that story goes is obviously you had the original G.I. Joe toy introduced. That was then taken over to Japan, and then it slowly began to be altered into like some kind of like cyborg bioman, which then became which then started to become other lines. I forget what came after that one, but then eventually became Diaclone, which then also created which then also created the Microchange line, which then in turn came back over to the U.S. and became the Transformers line. Well, yeah, I mean, Hasbro leased everything that transformed, not just what Takara made, but I mean, like what everyone else seems to have is like Omega Supreme. That was never released in Japan under the Transformers line until like I want to say maybe 2010 because the original Omega Supreme toy was made by Tomy, and until Takara bought out Tomy, again Omega Supreme, Hasbro Transformer, but not Takara Transformer. But that brings up the whole Skyfire, Jetfire thing with them using just the straight up VF1S Macross fighter for Jetfire. The Skyfire could not look like that at all in the cartoon because Harmony Gold, her. They don't like people using the designs they've sat on for years and years and years. But again, at that time, Robotech was still very much a thing, so you can understand them not wanting Skull One in someone else's show. But Takara was also saying, nuts to you when they started making some of the newer Jetfire toys. Still making very, very V8, VF1S looking alternate armor for them. But then again, I think Takara also owns like that original toy as well. Yeah, original Megatron turned to Walther PPK. And I don't have the original Megatron toy, but I do have one of the Megatron masterpieces, the first Megatron masterpiece that does turn into that. And mine is a import, so it doesn't have the orange plug on it, as required by U.S. law for toy guns to have the orange plug. I'm going to color that in because that is some toe. Let's go ahead and just grab our green here and just. There we go. Alright. And then let's grab that white again, and then we're going to go into here. Like I said, just add some blue. Just a nice light blue, I think. I'm sure there is actually, Digimon. I'm sure there actually is somewhere. But yes, Megatron was part of the micro change line. If a transformer transformed into something, uh, transformed into something like a household item, tape recorder, boombox, gun, camera, that was the micro change line. Whereas if they were a vehicle, they were mostly from the Diaclone line. And again, I say mostly. Again, look at Skyfire, Jetfire. Look at Omega Supreme as your outlying examples there. I'm just gonna put a little bit of blue in the spikes, I think. Give a little something just to kind of stand out. Was I moving? Okay, I don't think I was moving everything. Then we just erase what shouldn't be there. Oh, P-38. Well, still, original Megatron was a freaking gun. Kids got to play with a gun in the 80s. Now, Megatron did get the few rare gun releases in the U.S. in some lines. I have another one of those Megatron gun alternate modes that was released. I want to say maybe 2006, 2007 ish. He looks similar to the Nerf Maverick revolver gun. And the one I happen to have is the original gray and light gray, dark gray, original Megatron color releases. So, not the Generation 2 neon colors that he got a re-release in. That's what I gotta do his mouth. But let's finish up here. Let's go to a 10, yeah. Let's get rid of any in there. No, that's fine. Gotta get his teefies. Oh, I did have a... Why did I have a blue in there? Why did I have a blue in there? Oh well. Hey, look at that. That doesn't need to be there. Soup. I mean, you won't be able to tell, but still. Let's get his teefies colored in. So just a little bit more. I did get that backside, okay. Now, let's grab some of this darker gray here off Goji. That one I think will do. I want to try. How's this going to look? Oh, you really can't tell because it's on the wrong layer. Aha! There we go. Let's go to this layer. If we press really light, does that. What if I make it a little bit bigger and press lighter? Not bad, but that is a really, really light against it. Let's see. Into a base, that's probably either Metroplex. What color was up? Is that Transformer? What color is he? White, gray, black, maybe mostly yellow. That might not be bad. Gray mostly. That's probably Fortress Maximus then, if I had to guess. Metroplex? No, he's mostly white with some black and red highlights. Fortress Maximus was mostly gray with blue and some white. And then apparently, yes, there was a shoe Megatron and a shoe Optimus too, so that's just weird. But people like them sneakers, so okay. Everybody's got to have some kind of a hobby. Hey, this dry gouge ain't that bad. We'll just kind of just scratch this on. Just try and give the vest a little bit of detail, make it look like some scaling. Why is it not? Okay, that's weird that it. Oh, I think. Wait, what? Do I know why? No, I don't. And we gotta go back. Gotta go back. Gotta go back. Let's make it smaller because it is bleeding up onto the scales. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get rid of some of that up here, actually. I have a cylinder on his chest. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, good luck finding some of those older 80s figures. Let's bump this down to 80. There we go, that's not bad. Maybe a little bit more. That's a little better, yeah. That double over, I think. Let's see. Never could find toys like that. Well, you can blame the Uzi water gun for that. Because after that incident, yeah, guns needed an orange tip on them in the U.S. And I think the reason they went with the Walther for Megatrons because probably not a lot of people had those in U.S. homes. So, they might have been a little smart about that. A little smart about that. All right, let's go ahead and turn this reference layer off. And let's turn our convention background on. Not bad. Pretty good. They are sticking out extremely well from that. I'm going to put a little more on the shorts, I think. Try and cover up some of these. Wow, you are like 10 minutes behind their clock. I gotta go. I'm gonna go change it right now. I'll be back in a second here. Alright, that one I can't stand being all that slow. I guess, oh hey, I turned the music back on too. Let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. There we go. Alright, zoom out a little bit. Alright, do I want to alter his mouth though? No, I probably can. Go ahead and do it on this layer here. Let's go in the reds here. Something like that. I think that's a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit better. It's just a lot of noise back there in his mouth. So, yeah, I think that's actually a decent call to cover that up. I think this is looking pretty good. The only thing really left is to get any shade detailing going on. Yeah, that would track. The original toys would be stamped for 84, and then some of that newer stuff would be stamped at 85. So yeah, that tracks. That tracks. Alright, let's see here. I guess we can start working on some shading here. And jump back over to Sarah, though. She was the one we started on a little bit last week. Again, now, the lights are all coming straight down. So, like I said, going off the people back here, they're basically casting, like, just a couple shadows. Like, a whole cross shadow thing from where they're at. And even like just like the tables here. If we turn these guys off, kind of see that one shadow's kind of at least from here, they're all kind of coming from this corner over here. But yet we've also got like these seats are coming straight down this way. So shadows are a tricky. Shadows can be a tricky thing, and I also gotta get rid of that. I gotta find out what layer that's on. I think that is on the. No. Details, cosplay. That's the cosplay layer. Okay. We can get rid of that. Whoop, wrong way. There we go. Hit that save button. It took a while to get that smile done, to be honest. That was a bit of a thorn in my side when I was working on her face. Side floating around. Let's see here. Let's see the fine little car. Let's see. Alright. Google says Metroplex from your photo. Okay, so. Huh. Yeah, Metroplex had a little white, black or red car, I guess, depending on which one you got. Alright, let's see here. And these are. I wish I remembered what colors these were over here. I see your game there, Smiley. I mean, these may be her lighter and darker colors for her skin. Those could be for her hair, I think. I honestly don't know. Let's have a look here, see how well they contrast to each other. Let's get on the spray. Let's bump it up to 20. guess that could be. Yeah, I guess those could be the colors I used for those. Oh yeah, just yeah. Alright, let's go lighter because that just... I'm going to go ahead and turn the background off, though. Just turn the backfill off. Yeah, I can kind of see the lighter color better on the gray. Actually, I just did this. And then... Oh, wow, no, you really can't see that. Okay, let's not do that. Oh, wait, well, yeah, no, let's not do that. You kind of want to stay away from the tattoos because those will just be bled out with this color. And bump this down to a 20. Because again, just going off the people back here, he's got a lot there of his basic color. Even this person right here, a lot of that basic, and then just like a little bit of a darker where their clothes fold or where a shadow would be cast. Other than that, it's all like their base flat color here is what we're kind of looking at. So I don't think we'll be dealing with a heck of a lot of dark shade colors, I think, on this. Let's go ahead and turn this back off now. Top of her hand. At least a little bit on the ears, I think. Actually, oddly enough, this is going to be shaded in because the goggles will cast a shadow on her forehead. Tail definitely gets some, definitely be getting some light on it. And again, yes, I have been saving a time lapse for this image, so this is all completely done. Not only will I post the image itself, but also the time lapse in the aux. If you guys are so interested in looking at that and watching the process just go through at a higher rate. Mostly does it for that. Let's get some of her shading done, I guess. Maybe That color is for shading. Well, I didn't get her scar in actually. Let's go ahead and drop that here in details. It's this color. She does have that scar on her left cheek here. Let's grab the fourth effect pen. Maybe a little. Let's try 4. I do like that shape, but I don't like its position. I gotta see something. Am I about to screw myself over? Yes, I am. There we go. There we go. There we go. That'll work. We're at 20 after, so we got about 10 minutes or so. Now I'll just kind of just keep plugging away a little bit at this now. Obviously, we'll clean up what shouldn't be darkened. Some areas that make sense, like obviously under the chin, under the ear a little bit. Under the arm. Again, the reason using the soft spray is just, again, give it that faded look. We don't want like a hard, we want like a hard line that the, don't like the effect the pen, the markers give off. Actually, I say that now, but that actually doesn't look that bad. No, that actually does look bad. Inside of her hand is definitely going to be dark. In fact, that whole little section could be. It's because it's under her finger. This is going to be darkened up because it's in his hand. That might not necessarily cast a shadow down here, but under here does. And the underside of her thumb would. This is probably the most shading I'll be doing. In something. Again, it's good practice. I could just leave it with flats and it probably wouldn't look all that bad. But, like adding a background, even a simple background, to a picture could do so much lifting, so much heavy lifting for a picture. It could make a huge difference. And even then, I could just simply turn the layers off if I'm really not a fan of them. That's the bonus of digital art, is you can just turn it off if you did it not the right way, but a smart way. You could just turn it off if you don't like it. Like a bad TV show. or a bad Twitch stream. You know, you could just turn it off because it's just that fun. Twitch streams bad, you just